Welcome into CBS Sports HQ. I'm Jenny Dell, and it is happy hour, and we're talking NFL free agency. It officially begins right now, today, 4 p.m. Unofficially, it was winding down, but man, it has been a busy few days as we take a look at some of the lists of the biggest deals that have gone down today. Now, agents, players, and teams, they've all been lining up free agent deals since Monday when the league-wide negotiating window for free agents opened up. You see Trent Williams re-signing with the 49ers, A.J. Green, the contract with the Cardinals, and we're just getting news in as well as far as Raiders corner Rodney Hudson headed to Arizona as well. So we'll keep you posted on all the latest, and we're going to welcome in our Brady Quinn and Pete Prisco to break it all down. We're going to start with the big one, and that's Trent Williams staying in San Francisco. 6-year, $138 million deal, making him the highest paid offensive lineman in league history. Brady, do you think he's worth every penny?
Yes, he is worth every penny. You turn on the tape, and this guy is an absolute mauler in the run game. You know Kyle Shanahan, the San Francisco 49ers offense, wants to base everything off of that outside zone running game. Trent Williams has all the tools and intangibles to be able to get it done, and he's the blindside left tackle, so there's no doubt he is worth every penny, and he's also an integral part as far as them bringing back a group up front on the offensive line to protect Jimmy Garoppolo. Along with Trent Williams in this blockbuster deal, you're also going to get Alex Mack coming in at center, a center who's very familiar with Kyle Shanahan from playing in the system back in Cleveland as well as Atlanta. Now in San Francisco, he gets home closer to his roots, so it's not just about Trent Williams as a big signing, but it's also about Alex Mack, them solidifying their offensive front.
Yeah, I love this move. I mean, look, he is a blindside tackle, a nasty player, a violent player, the best probably left tackle or one of the top left tackles in the league. And so it made sense to go back. It sounded like he wanted to go back. Here's the concern I have. It's a 6-year deal, but is it really? He probably can only play to this level for about 3 or 4 more years, and then it's probably the end for him. So I don't think he's going to see the duration of this contract. But for right now, he's the highest paid left tackle, highest paid offensive lineman in the league, and he should be. And getting Mack is all, you know, it's just a little icing on the cake. As Brady mentioned, he's fantastic in that system. They got to be able to move whoever plays quarterback. And we don't know if it'll be Jimmy Garoppolo. It looks like it might be. Whoever plays quarterback has to be happy with those two guys.
We're going to get to the breaking news of Rodney Hudson to Arizona in 1 second. I want to quickly talk about A.J. Green, though. So a deal with the Arizona Cardinals reportedly worth up to $8 million. It's just a 1-year deal after spending his first 9 years with the Bengals. Pete, how do you think he fits in Arizona?
Well, it'll be interesting because it's not an expensive deal. In fact, they got him for half of what he made last year, basically. So it's a look-see deal. It's not going to break the bank. But I think at this time of his career, he's an older receiver, and you wonder when they start A, breaking down, and B, slowing down. And I think we're starting to see that with A.J. Green. But it gives him a nice red zone threat, a big guy. If you go back and watch the Bengals last year, there were opportunities down the field for him, some missed throws by Joe Burrow, who was adjusting to playing in the NFL. So I think he'll help them. I don't think he's the guy who's going to put them over the top, but I think he'll be helpful in terms of what they do. And it means Calvin Ridley's probably going to go inside and play in the slot.
Hold on for a second,
Ridley,
the DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins. Hold on for a second, Pete. Did you say Joe Burrow missed a couple throws? The quarterback that you said there's going to bring the Bengals multiple Super Bowls. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, well, Brady, he was a rookie quarterback.
Okay, of course. Yeah, well, every quarterback's allowed to miss a couple throws, right? So we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. That's more
Brady, he's going to win 1. I said 1, not 2. You guys keep putting words in my mouth. It's 1 Super Bowl, not 2.
Pete, we've got the tape, man. The eye in the sky does not lie, and we know the truth of this.
Pull the tape. I want to hear it.
We will. We're going to have to play this back on a happy hour hits. Today is not that day, though. We got to talk about A.J. Green. This is a good deal for this reason. We're worth up to $8 million. We don't really know what that means, so it's not going to be a huge salary cap hit. I do think this leads you to believe, though, that potentially Larry Fitzgerald is going to retire. Now, he hasn't announced it yet. There's still a chance he could come back. The team has always been very patient with his decision, but in most years where this has been on the table, he's actually made his decision by now. So it's a little bit odd that we haven't heard the situation from Larry Fitzgerald yet, and I do wonder if this signing has something to do with that. Now, as far as the fit goes, it's going to be a little bit interesting. You know, Pete was kind of touching on how he thinks this could potentially play out with DeAndre Hopkins. Hopkins has traditionally been that #1 X wide receiver, a guy that you like to put and isolate on one side of the field, have 3 wide receivers on the other side of the field. The problem with that is that's what A.J. Green does. And so what do you now do with DeAndre Hopkins moving forward? I suspect he's going to take over that role of Larry Fitzgerald. He's going to move more in the slot. He'll be off the ball. He'll be starting to move around as he starts to slow down a step. And then that'll give A.J. Green on one side, DeAndre Hopkins on the other side. Either way you look at it, both these guys are two of the top receivers when healthy and when playing and capable in the game. So this is going to be a big problem for opponents in the NFC West.
They're shoring up the offensive side of the ball there. The news just coming in, the Raiders are trading center Rodney Hudson and a 7th-round pick to Arizona for a 3rd-round pick.
Which is huge, by the way. Hudson's he's older in age, but he's still got a lot of ability. And when you have a shorter quarterback, you've got to protect the interior of the pocket. You can't allow pushback. Rodney Hudson is one of the best at being able to do that. So he'll help out the shorter Kyler Murray in the pocket, no doubt.
You like that move under center?
I love this move. I think this is a sign that this group is going for it. And by the way, I said I meant Christian Kirk when I said Calvin Ridley, Braveheart. But no, this is one of these groups that's going for it. And if you look at it on the surface, let's be real. Cliff Kingsbury needs to win. I think, Steve Keim got another coach, and if this coach doesn't win, then I think he's in trouble. So they realize that, and they're going for it. This makes all the sense in the world. You get a veteran center who's smart and athletic and tough. He played at a high level last year. That's a good movement. In that division, there's a lot of question marks. You look at Seattle, they have the Russell Wilson situation hanging over their head. They have a lot of other question marks. You look at San Francisco, who's playing quarterback, and how healthy will guys be coming off injury. And then you go to the Rams, brand new quarterback. Yeah, he's probably an upgrade, but they're also going to lose some guys because of the salary cap. So when I look at it, this is the year for Arizona to go with it, and that's what these moves say to me. They're going for it.
All in there. All right, we're going to move on now. A day after losing Ronald Darby to the Broncos, the Washington football team reached a 3-year agreement with William Jackson. So, Brady, what do you think of that move?
No, it's a good move. Look, William Jackson has a ton of abilities. A young player in this league. He's got good speed. Plays well from off coverage. Can play some press man-to-man. So it kind of fits a little bit what the Washington football team wants to do under Ron Rivera. But the reality is, he's going to be improved because of that front. He's a cornerback who's going to be able to take advantage of a group in their front 7 that can absolutely get after opposing quarterbacks. So whether or not he's up to task, I know this much. He's not going to have to cover as long, Pete, because that's a tough group to go up against with the Washington football team.
Yeah, and last year they made Ronald Darby look really good, and he got a new contract because of it. Ronald Darby played well because that front got after the quarterback. William Jackson at one point was on his way to being a star corner in this league, and for some reason it got derailed. Remember, he missed his rookie year, played really well, like almost to a pro. It was almost an all-pro level in his second year, and then kind of tailed off a little bit. This might rejuvenate him. The price wasn't that high. I think this is a really good move by the Washington football team.
Yeah, filling that void. In Washington, the contract is worth up to $42 million and includes $26 million in guarantees. All right, fellas, stay put. We got much more to come from you after the break. It's the free agent quarterback roundup. That's right. It took less than 48 hours for NFL teams to essentially deplete the quarterback talent pool. We're going to walk you through it next on HQ.
Want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.